Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to ShortSalePower.com. It's a short, sweet intro today. It's Friday. It's effed up Friday. It's Freaky Friday. It's Fabulous Friday. It's Friday.
Fabulous.
And Kevin is about to share with you a story on a BPO dispute. Before I do that, I'm going to get a couple quick announcements out of the way.
Go ahead.
If you haven't been listening to us this week, we've got a bunch of new products in our e-store that are like $5 to $25. They're great stuff. And we've got Short Sales Gone Wild going all around the country. Make sure you register for that. Now into the good
Do
content.
you want to tell them the other thing that's going to be available in the e-store soon?
It might already be up there. Let's just surprise them. Just tell them to go look.
Okay. So Aurora. Okay. We talked about Aurora recently.
Yeah, we did.
And I had another BPO dispute with them recently, which is funny because in the Phoenix area, we don't have a lot of inventory right now. Prices are not going down. They're steady and actually going up in some subdivisions in some cities. It's, I believe, I think it's very temporary, but it is what it is. So for the last few months, market's been super hot. We have not had a lot of BPO problems, disputes in the last few months because the market has been so hot and the banks are not releasing the inventory. So it just is what it is. But for whatever reason, I had a lower dollar condo that we were working on, and I had to escalate this file at Aurora.
Condos are funny to me. The fact that you even have to do a BPO dispute on a condo is hilarious to me because condos typically only have, 3, 5, maybe 6 different size floor plans.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, the units are the same square footage.
It's not even a condo, it's a converted apartment. Like, that's the other thing.
Even easier.
So, okay, here's the story. So, get a BPO, get a file assigned, negotiator doesn't do anything. I step in, I escalate this to the head at Aurora. Her name is Julie Reitel. Julie and I have had our differences in the past, but she takes care of this for me right away. She sends it down to somebody in the executive staff who assigns it to a negotiator. Negotiator says, I'll review this for you right away. Realizes that the BPO they have on file is expired and he orders a new one. I'm going, okay, no big deal. I can wait for that. I can wait a few more days. We've waited long enough. BPO comes back and it's like literally 15 grand higher than the offer, which in this case is about 30% of the purchase price. Humongous freaking difference. 30% higher. And so I reached out to him. I said, Josh is the negotiator, and I said, you're just kidding me, right? He said, no, that's the new BPO. And I said, okay, hold on 1 second. I'll get you some comps. I will dispute this BPO with you because whoever did this obviously was high. They smoked marijuana and maybe even crack and injected something into their veins right before they completed this BPO for you, because there's no way they could have done this. This is a true story. I actually referenced the fact that the BPO agent did drugs before doing the report directly to my negotiator.
Am I the only one that's laughing at that? I just wonder. I wish I could listen in on viewers right now.
So I pull comps. It's not hard. I literally find like 4 sales that support our offer. Like, it's not a hard one. It's a condo in Phoenix. It's a $50,000 condo in Phoenix, whatever the purchase price is. And I sent it to him, and he said, okay, I'll send these right over to the dispute team. It might take up to 5 days, but I'll get back to you as soon as I hear. I'm like, okay, Josh.
I'm assuming your comps were good, right? Like, they actually justified the
my
purchase
comps
price.
justified my purchase price.
Like, you didn't have any comps in there that would be as high as the BPO or even higher,
No,
right?
actually, you know what? Because here's a trick or a tip. Had I found one, I sure as hell wouldn't have included it.
No.
So I only sent data that supported our offer, right? And it more than supported our offer. It was clear. And this is the really funny part. This is where it starts to get crazy. Whoever this BPO review team is, they also must be drug addicts, because the BPO dispute came back, wait for it, $3,000 higher than the last BPO.
Than the 30% high BPO.
So let's get this straight. We've got a BPO that's high by 30%. I send comps that justify the 30% lower value. They come back at 3% higher than the already horrible BPO. Like, and I just responded to my negotiator by saying, I feel dumber now, Josh. Thank you. I will go to Julie and I'll get back in touch. I truly felt dumber for having heard that. Actually, I said, wait, you're wrong. Are you telling me they only reduced it by 3 grand? And he said, no, they increased it by 3 grand. Literally, I felt dumber. I've never experienced this. Okay. I've never experienced that. Here's where the story gets really weird. I call Julie Reitel. Julie calls me back within a matter of minutes, right? That alone was really cool. And I told you that day, you asked me anything weird happened that day, and I told you yes, Julie Reichel was really nice to me. And I'm not saying that to slam Julie, I'm saying that as a compliment. She took the time to call me back almost immediately.
She's got a lot on her plate.
And she does. She's a vice president. She's in charge of all short sales for Aurora. And she calls me back, and I tell her what's going on. And she goes, oh, just send me your comps and your written dispute. Just email it directly to me. I will review it personally. I'll take care of it for you, Kevin. I mean, it's like a 2-minute phone call, and I was so freaked out. I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking, I'll do this, but I'm gonna have to fight later. So I hang the phone up, send her my comps and my dispute. I'm not kidding you. I don't get a phone call the next day. What I get the next day is a freaking approval letter at our purchase price, faxed to us from the negotiator and the closing team. Like, she didn't just handle it. She handled it and approved it right now.
Well, you didn't just roll over and die despite the drug addict's
No,
bad
I did have to
decisions?
pick myself up off the ground though.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
but you got back up and you did something about it.
yeah, so I was told no 2 times in a row on the value, really 3 times. And then I went again to the head and she just was like, okay, that's not disputing the BPO. That's not the weird part, although most people don't realize you can do that effectively. The weird part was how easily it went down at that point. So just a lesson to you to know.
Thanks for that very short lesson. That was
just
great.
a short, quick lesson to you that you can always dispute because, well, dude, you got to throw in the context in that.
No, I'm okay with it. I'm
it's
just
Aurora.
laughing.
It's not like we're dealing with Wells or something
okay.
where it's a much easier process.
I get it. Let's wrap it up.
We should.
Have a great weekend. 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour. Gone wild.
See you there, Spokane.